Hi, everybody, and welcome back for another chapter of Sri Nisargadatta Maharaja's I Am That. And today we will be looking at chapter 65. A quiet mind is all you need. A quiet mind is all you need. I am not well. I feel rather weak. What am I to do? Who is unwell? You or the body? My body, of course. Yesterday you felt well. What felt well? The body. You were glad when the body was well, and you are sad when the body is unwell. Who is glad one day and sad the next? Seems like a little question, but it's a very profound question. Who? Who is this one that is glad one day and sad the next? Who is reacting to the state of health in the body? The mind. And who knows the variable mind? The mind. The mind is the knower. Who knows the knower? Does not the knower know itself? The mind is discontinuous. Again and again it blanks out, like in sleep or swoon or distraction. There must be something continuous to register discontinuity. The mind remembers. This stands for continuity. Memory is always partial, unreliable, and evanescent. It does not explain the strong sense of identity pervading consciousness, the sense I am. Find out what is at the root of it. However deeply I look, I find only the mind. Your words beyond the mind give me no clue. While working with the mind, you cannot go beyond it. To go beyond the mind, you must look away from the mind and its contents. So stop looking at the mind. Get out of the mind. Don't be trapped in the mind. Concepts, knowledge, information, words. If you just stay with words, if you just stay with mind, you can never go beyond mind. So all you do is you just look away from the mind and its contents. And then the question comes, in what direction am I to look? All directions are within the mind. All directions are within the mind. I am not asking you to look in any particular direction. Just look away from all that happens in your mind and bring it to the feeling, I am. Bring it to the feeling, I am. The I am is not a direction. The I am is here. It is the negation of all direction. Ultimately, even the I am will have to go. For you need not keep on asserting what is obvious. I am, here I am. Bringing the mind to the feeling I am merely helps in turning the mind away from everything else. Again, just a few sentences here, but I think it really helps to clarify what this self-inquiry is all about. Here's this mind, a conceptual mind, knowledge, information, belief systems, opinions, words, concepts. And Nisargadatta says, I want to blast your concepts. Stop trying to find yourself in thought. You cannot find yourself in thought. Instead, come back, in a sense, to the I am, to the feeling I am, to the sense I am. The sense I am is not a direction. It's here and it's everywhere. just to be here now. And sometimes, if you're lucky, it just takes you in and it silences everything. Mind stops. Where does it all lead me? When the mind is kept away from its preoccupations, it becomes quiet. If you do not disturb this quiet, if you stay in this quiet, you find that it is permeated with a light and a love you have never known. And yet you recognize it at once as your own nature, light and love. Once you have passed through this experience, you will never be the same man again. The unruly mind may break its peace and obliterate its vision, but it is bound to return, provided the effort is sustained, until the day when all bonds are broken, delusions and attachments end, and life becomes supremely concentrated in the present. I am. Nisargadatta says, don't become bored with peace and quiet. When you touch it, when you realize it, that silence and that stillness, which is you, it is your true nature. When you sense this awareness, awareness is aware. If you sense it, don't take it for granted. Stay with it. Stay as it. Stay as it. Stay as the awareness. Stay as the silence. Stay as the stillness. Stay as the peace and quiet. Stay as the light and love. 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 I am. I am. Nothing to understand, nothing to know, nothing to realize intellectually. We're leaving the mind, realizing we can't find the self in the mind. We can only find more concepts. We're not interested in a conceptual reality. Even if it's a grand and amazing conceptual reality, we don't want the false. We want that which is true, eternal, and ever present. That which is real. We want to discover our true nature. I am. I am. Eckhart Tolle says, you are the now, not the now as a moment, because moments are always changing. The now is actually the context, the space in which everything is happening. Awareness, the now. And you cannot escape the now because you are the now. You are the now. You are the here and now. You cannot escape here and now. How do we escape it though? Even though I said we don't do it, we escape it by going back into the mind. We become distracted by the imagination of the mind. The imagination, perhaps memories from the past. Let's go back and remember what has already happened. Or let's try to imagine what will happen in the future. What will tomorrow be like? What will be 10 years? What will 10 years from now be like? What will 5 minutes from now be like? Or maybe we're in the present moment, but we're in a conceptual fantasy, thinking about what is heaven like? What is nirvana like? What is enlightenment like? What was it like to be Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj? All of these wonderings, living in that imagination. Instead of simply just resting as we are, as the pure awareness itself. What is in this moment, in this now? What is happening? Is the body breathing? Is the heart beating? Is there aliveness, presence of being? Is there awareness? Is there awareness of awareness? And if there is awareness of awareness, then be with that awareness of awareness. When the mind is kept away from its preoccupations, it becomes quiet. If you do not disturb this quiet and stay in it, you find that it is permeated with a light and a love you have never known. And yet you recognize it at once as your own nature. Once you have passed through this experience, you will never be the same man again. You will never become the same man again. And life becomes supremely concentrated in the present. And all the bonds are broken. The delusions and attachments will end. The mind is no more. There is only love in action. There will be no fear. The mind will be no more fear, only love in action. Only love in action. Thank you, Nisargadatta Maharaj. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Prema Swarupa, embodiments of love. Om. Om. Peace.